Worrying's giving me an achy back.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
I'll start dusting.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
It's this way.
It's just about anyway.
I'll sleep like a log tonight.
Have you heard the rumours? The residents of a small village to the north are said to have perished overnight. There was no warning, no apparent cause, but one morning they were all discovered dead. Every last one. Of course, such rumours are best taken with a grain of salt. Some peddler might have made it up to increase sales.
I'm not here to talk. I'm on duty.
A good day to you.
This looks as good a place as any.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
Greetings, sir, and welcome to the Sword and Staff. We see a great many customers given our location, so you'll have to forgive us if the ale runs dry. The Sword and Staff is open for business.
Interested in my wares? Well, where's some? How?
Welcome, sir. Contrary to the name, this little shop of mine deals in naught but the finest treasures. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see the truth for yourself. Call on me if e'er you're in need of an artisan. Many thanks to you.
Not buying? That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by. Whatever am I to do?
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing. Pray tell, have you seen the lad?
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match for such creatures.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Concern it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the poor lad's aid, who will? Do you truly mean that, sir? You will save my grandson. If you return him to me, I will be forever in your debt, stranger.
Who might have the answers we need? Shall we ask around?
Well, hello there, sir. What can I do you for? Not that I really need to ask. Aye, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border, where quarrels occur every other day. I've assembled the finest wares for leagues around. Always a pleasure. Why, peruse at your leisure, sir.
Time to be heading home.
Can't think of any reason we need to be speaking.
Where's the big chorus? Why, peruse at your leisure, sir. Not sure
It's
what they
this
say.
way.
Let me think on this for.
Town bus wanted the expenses of
Come on, have a look.
I'm sure my armor can make
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal.
Greetings, sir, and welcome to the Sword and Staff. We see a great many customers given our location, so you'll have to forgive us if the ale runs dry.
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual? Nature works in mysterious ways.
Where are you going?
If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away. So tight. I can get just about anywhere.
It's this way.
Shame there aren't as many folk spinning tall tales in the tavern of late. I rather enjoyed hearing the one about the Gigantus. Have you heard it? 'Tis said to descend in times of conflict, scattering friend and foe alike, and leaving only death and ruin in its wake. Sounds like the last thing we need, doesn't it?
Aye, I met Roger by the cenotaph, on the eastern side of town. He had what looked like a bundle of grass with him, only he was carrying it as though 'twere of the greatest import. When I asked what he was doing with it, he would say no more than 'twas a secret. So I told him to get home safe, and we parted ways. Yet no sooner had I turned my back than I heard him scream. I charged to his aid, but a wolf was already scarpering with him and its jaws. Poor lad. His cries haunt me even now. Pray help him if you can, sir. He deserves a better fate than this.
Me? Just going for a stroll.
Well met, sir. Bread on the table.
You'll never believe this, but the other day I saw an elven woman and a dwarven man walking hand in hand. Normally, you put an elf and a dwarf in the same room and they'll be trading blows before you can blink. Mayhap my eyes deceived me.
I've been
Not
on
sure
my
I can handle
feet
this.
all day. My legs are
This way.
Should you espy any large monsters fallen on the road, I ask that you leave them undisturbed. Clearing the high roads of such obstructions falls under the military's purview, you see. But our hands are oft overfull with culling and escort missions, so that we must trust to nature to run its course. The bodies will decay over time, and the winds will sweep away the remains. It only takes a matter of days.
Apologies, but I can't offer you a ride, sir.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet a moment. There are quite a few beastrons are in Batal, but you scarce see them this side of the border. Strange that, considering some say Vermund was a beastron kingdom in bygone days. Mayhap you've seen those headless statues on roads and such? Tellies, they're meant to be depictions of a beastron ruler. Couldn't tell you whether any of that's true or not, mind. 'Tis simply aught I overheard at the tavern. Well met, sir. How's the day to you then?
Aught you need of me?
Time to be heading home.
Might you consider lightening your pack, Master?
Let's see. What can we do without?
Should I get up to today?
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Stock up on the basics. Flour, salt.
What to do?
Welcome, sir. If you've a change of vocation in mind, just say the word. After all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation when there are so many exciting methods of combat to be tried. In my line of business, patience is key. Always a pleasure.
Finally, somebody.
Got me!
That's it. I've had enough.
Do not test me.
What did I have planned?
Trust in yourself as I trust in you.
Long day of work.
Got me!
It's been a hard day.
Big place. I sleep on
I
my
must
words, mayhap they'll go away.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
Reckon your road's been a long one. No use hiding it. I've seen my share of weary countenances. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day.
Go on, have a look.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go, then. I hope you slept well.
Let me alone, will ye? I'm a busy woman.
Poor Rog. He truly is a lovely boy. He's always helping Morris in his shop. And he's delivered me my remedies many a time. Once, he even picked some flowers on his way and put them up for me, all pretty like. I still recall his smile when he told me about the beautiful flower bed he tends to on the outskirts of town. Oh, Rog, will I e'er see your smile again? I suppose I can only hope.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
The flowers that bloom around here glow come nightfall. From what I can glean, the petals absorb the sun's light by day and release it after dark. Isn't that unusual? Nature works in mysterious ways.
The more the merrier.
Dead on my feet. Maybe I'll hit right here.
All right, let's get to work.
Life's been pretty kind.
Would you be so kind as to seek out the jadeite orb on my behalf? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service, of that I can assure you. Larcenous deeds are the ken of bandits. Mayhap one of their ilk could point you in the right direction.
Interested in my wares?
But not at the expense.
I suppose I'm tired. Barely.
Reckon your road's been a long one. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace. and quiet. Many thanks. Somehow. Living's hard, but dreams are free.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials. I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Freshly rested as we are, this batting ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Let my magics guard you in elemental mood. You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed. No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next. Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we? It is a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment. We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none. Look, oxen. How tranquil. Such beasts are a fair source of meat, when rations are lacking. We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest. Time spent camping isn't necessarily time wasted.
I shan't let them harm you.
It is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master? Come to think of it, some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
If we are to break it, it shan't be from this side.
Perhaps. These really are hidden in the most unlikely places, aren't they?
At least all our efforts weren't for naught. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
A tad too high, methinks.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Seems there are wolves on the prowl.
One cannot be too careful.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
You hear me? I hope you weren't expecting mercy. I'm done for. That's what you get.
The beast can scarce stand. A well-placed strike to send it gazing skyward.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
Attack now, while the ogre's attention is fixed on its favorite prey. Quickly now!
Was most effective. Quite the view from up here. Shall we see how high up the scale? Not a bad one.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Hold right there. decision may spell our doom.
Very well, if I must.
First and foremost, you'll want to knock it off balance. It will prove a much easier target than lying prone.
I'd not dare attempt such a feat alone. Together, I think we can manage it.
It's mine.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
A statue? I cannot help but suspect it is guiding us somewhere.
What say we mark it in our minds as a place of interest?
Tis a hobgoblin!
Fire won't do much good here. Best try and hit root attack.
Feast your eyes on this.
One of us has been trenched! Tremendous work!
Indeed, was enough to make one pity our foe.
I will protect you.
Naught compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. I'll gather this. It might be of use.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
My magic's grant you an elemental boon. I shan't allow any further harm to come to you. Water is nigh invisible in this gloom. No few times has an overconfident step soaked my boots. Wolves, draw near!
Ice attacks won't lead to its advantage. Have to try something else.
What's going on? How did I get here? I remember. The wolves! How is it I'm still alive? You saved me. Didn't you, sir? I can hardly believe it. Thank you. I would not be standing here without you. How did you know where I was? Did Grandfather request your help? I suppose he must be worried sick about me. If it's all the same to you, sir, I think I'd like to go home now.
I suppose we'll be wanting to report back now.
Not worth writing home about.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
It's pleasantly cool here, what with a canopy overhead.
This maze of trees offers ample advantage to rogues and bandits. Is that you say?
sunset draws near.
Ears pricked. 'Twill be difficult to pinpoint distant foes by sight alone.
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics.
What proved most effective against it?
I shan't let it harm you. Roaring flame. Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last.
Need anything? I enjoy this work. Keeps me on my toes. Stop by again soon. Need anything? Stop by again soon.
If you want my advice, heed no advice save your own.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an early supper.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Living's hard. Dreams are free.
Welcome
say.
as fine ale.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Hard. I'm barely scraping by.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
The more the merrier. Fancy a look at my wares?
Wonder if there's any easy work.
When does my watch end?
I've clean forgotten. What to make hay while the sun shines?
Hail! Reckon your road's been a long one. No use hiding it. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here...
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
Now here's a welcome sight.
I'll take any.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
This job better
Only
be worth.
fools and urchins boast the best wine.
Bloody early. I always thought that
Sleep. Tomorrow will be no different.
Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? My bed falls and I shan't
Well
resist.
met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Exploring.
Fancy a look at my wares?
New blood.
That is stale.
I'll have an early supper.
Where is the day? Milk sops are with my
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Slim pickings of late.
I'm not risking my life for
Sounds in my touch.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
I had a proper meal.
I'll teach him a lesson he will soon
Suppose
forget.
I better get to work.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Business could be better, but I've weathered worse. Many thanks.
Got to keep it together.
Rog? Rog! Is that you, my boy?
Hello, grandfather.
'Tis a miracle! You're alive and in one piece! Oh, joy of joys! I thought ne'er to lay eyes on you again.
Grandfather, you're smothering me.
Oh, hush! You don't get to complain of such things after you worried me half to death.
I'm very sorry, grandfather. I didn't mean to cause you grief.
And you? Words alone will ne'er be enough to express the depth of my gratitude. I am truly in your debt. Pray, take this. 'Tis naught but a trifle in comparison to your kindness, but I hope you will accept it all the same. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for saving me.
Outstanding.
That was hardly a challenge for adventurers of our caliber. What will our next adventure have in store for us, I wonder?
No pommel from point.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
My legs are stiff as boards after